from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Welcome back. It's 6:30. Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely.
And I'm Julie Watts, and we're starting off this half hour with a check of your forecast. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day out there today. Plenty of sunshine, winds relatively calm right now. Temperatures nice and mild as you head out the door this morning. We are in the low 60s for most spots around the Bay. Concord at 59, Santa Rosa right now at 53. So clear and mild to start, warm for most today. Much cooler, though, beginning tomorrow, your Mother's Day.
There is controversy swirling around this morning's graduation ceremony at UC Berkeley because of a recent labor dispute.
Yeah, Jackie Ward is live in Berkeley this morning for us to explain why Senator Kamala Harris won't be there as planned.
Yeah, good morning to you both. So we spoke to students earlier this week who, of course, are excited for this milestone and to celebrate their achievement, but they are a little bit disappointed in today's change of events. Senator Kamala Harris canceled her speaking engagement for today's commencement just hours into the three-day UC workers' strike that happened earlier this week. Many employees at the strike said it's not just about what they call the insignificant wage hike UC is proposing. They claim UC has racial and gender inequality issues that the administration refuses to address. For some strikers, they said it meant a lot to have Senator Harris backing them.
It gives us hope that the university might listen to them, because obviously they're not listening to us.
Senator Harris tweeted earlier this week that, quote, if we are going to live up to our ideals as a nation, it's critical we focus on economic equality and economic justice. One key is making sure everyone has access to a good job with fair wages. So instead of Senator Harris, the graduates will be listening to Chancellor Carol Christ's speech today. So that starts at 10 this morning. From Berkeley, Jackie Ward, KPIX 5.
A new study finds that more teens are choosing sugar-sweetened sports drinks. A study in pediatrics looked at two groups of high school students from 2010 to 2015 and found as they drank less soda, more and more consumed sports drinks instead. Now, researchers say that sports drinks add unnecessary calories to a child's diet and that the average young person isn't physical enough that they need electrolytes replenished with a sports drink.
Meanwhile, 28 more people have reported getting sick in connection with the E. coli outbreak linked to romaine lettuce. The CDC says a total of 149 people in 29 states have gotten sick since mid-April. Half were hospitalized. One person has died. Health officials say the tainted lettuce was grown in Yuma, Arizona. And a new study finds there are ways to help people with dementia live a happier life. Research in the Journal of Psychological Medicine studied more than 37,000 people. And it says good relationships with family and friends are linked to a better quality of life. Other factors are social interaction, religious beliefs, and being able to manage everyday activities.
And this video has more than 2 million views right now. This human-like robot can run and jump, and it's really creeping people out. Made by the Boston Dynamics, it can jog across uneven terrain as well as jump over obstacles. Many people online say it shows that robots are just one step closer to taking over the world. And if you need more proof, check out this next robot. It's Penny the Waiter. The bot was on display yesterday at a robotics event at UC Berkeley. Tech companies from around the world were there to demo the latest AI products. The company that makes Penny says it can do a lot more than just serve food.
So a robot can understand the environment. It draws the map of the restaurant, understand the table number, and when the server has to go to table 1, it finds a safe route, detect a human moving around with stroller or babies, and stop, reroute, and delivers the food to the table.
Developers say it won't be long before you can see these robots out in the community, your workplace, and even your home.
Meanwhile, President Trump is signaling he wants to open negotiations with California about fuel efficiency and tailpipe emissions. Mr. Trump met with executives from 10 car companies yesterday who support easing rules. But California has strict standards that they have to meet to sell cars here, and they want to make sure they can sell the same cars nationwide. The president told the Transportation Secretary and EPA administrator to explore talks with California. The goal would be to create a single fuel economy standard.
And on a separate issue, the president is promising lower drug prices. He laid out a plan in a Rose Garden speech. It includes giving private insurers who run Medicare plans more negotiating power with drug makers and requiring drug companies to disclose their prices in TV ads. Another proposal would eliminate a gag rule on pharmacists.
Our plan bans the pharmacist gag rule, which punishes pharmacists for telling patients how to save money. This is a total ripoff, and we are ending it.
An existing rule prevents pharmacists from telling patients when the cash price is less than the copay on their insurance. Now, critics of that rule, including the president, say it just benefits middlemen who negotiate prices.
Well, another black eye for San Francisco-based Wells Fargo Bank. A federal judge has ordered the bank to pay $97 million judgment to its mortgage consultants and bankers. That's for failing to provide them with legally required 10-minute breaks during the workday. Wells Fargo is already working to rebuild trust with customers over scandals involving fake accounts and charges for unneeded services. Now, Wells Fargo plans to appeal, saying the court's decision reflects both a misunderstanding of our compensation plan and a misapplication of the relevant state law. America has a new #1 name for baby boys, according to the Social Security Administration. The agency's new report shows Liam was the #1 boy's name among babies born in 2017. The previous #1, Noah, fell to second, followed by William, James, and Logan. Michael fell out of the top 10 for the first time since World War II. As for girls, Emma was #1 for the 4th straight year. Olivia, Ava, Isabella, and Sophia. I know little girls with all of those names.
My niece is Olivia.
Olivia. Sophia spelled with a PH, round out the top 5. Sophia with an F is actually 15th. For the record, Devin ranked 331 among boys. Julie placed 518th among girls. I don't think anyone's named their kid that since the 80s. But, you know, what's interesting is all the top 5 girls' names end with an A. My daughter's name ends with an A. And Olivia, we were going to name my daughter Olivia, but when I went to get the decal for the wall, I noticed that the sample was Olivia, which was my first indication that it was probably a very popular name, and maybe I should go with something else.
So one of our producers actually looked up the historic popularity of those names. Yeah. Devin was 69th in 2000. So
really?
That's about the time that my reporting career started. I'm not going to take full credit, but I'm going to take at least partial credit for that and have somebody prove me wrong.
Hello, everybody. Got a few minutes during your morning routine? Can Uncle Vern keep you a little company? I got baseball up top for you. I got the Giants on the road, and what a moment in Pittsburgh for a one-time face of the franchise. You see, this crowd, they love him some Andrew McCutchen. Back at PNC Park for the first time, and the standing ovation let him feel the love. 9 seasons with that team. He was 1 for 5 Friday. As for the action, it was all Pittsburgh. Bottom first, a Starling Marte 2-run shot. That opened the scoring. Josh Bell hit a 2-run homer. By the 4th inning, it was Jose Osuna who turned on one, and he smashed a 2-run homer. Max Marov, he went yard, a 3-run blast. Pirates smacked the Giants around 11-2. They've lost 5 in a row and struck out 68 times during the span. Let's go to New York. Yeah, he saw an old teammate, Sonny Gray, in Yankee pinstripes. And Gray has seen this before. His former teammates going yard. Matt Chapman, a 2-run shot in the second. Chris Davis also went yard in the second. 4th inning, Dexter Fowler against the man he was traded for, Sonny Gray. And Fowler got his first major league hit in front of his dad. His family there. A's won the game, final of 10-5. The record now 19-19. What are the Warriors' answers for James Harden, huh? First time in the Steve Kerr era, the Warriors will begin a playoff series on the road. Game 1 Monday in Houston. Dubs, the second seed, finished 7 games behind those Rockets. Dubs' regular season was 58-24. That's disappointing? Well, they flipped the switch, as the cliche goes, at the right time.
They're a lot more motivated now than they were a month ago. And that has nothing to do with coaching. That's just human nature and competitive desire. And, you know, here we are. We're in a good place, and our guys are handling it really well.
The Warriors board a jet plane tomorrow to head for Houston. That's enough for me. I'll be back later today to talk more Warriors. In fact, I'll come back Sunday and talk about the Warriors again. See you later.
Time now for your final five. The growing popularity of drones is causing a dilemma for outdoor sports teams.
They want more to be done to prevent people from flying drones over stadiums nationwide. In an example from last year, a drone operator dropped leaflets at a 49ers game in Santa Clara and an Oakland Raiders home game. According to the Washington Post, some teams are asking Congress to give law enforcement permission to seize or reroute drones over stadiums.
And anyone can get the code at Starbucks. The coffee chain now has an open bathroom policy. The move comes after 1 month after two black men were arrested at a Philadelphia store. One of the men was denied access to the code because he hadn't bought anything.
President Trump says his upcoming summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is going to be a big success. The president made the comment at a rally in Indiana on Thursday, where he celebrated the North's release of 3 Americans detained in the country. The summit is set to take place June 12th in Singapore.
And some mail thieves are trying a new tactic, bending mail slots which jam letters that are dropped off. Here's an example at a post office in San Jose. The postal inspectors say the boxes will be fixed immediately, and they are warning others to be on the lookout for damaged boxes.
And investigators are looking into what caused a deck to collapse, injuring at least 2 people at an Oakland home. It happened yesterday afternoon on Morcon Avenue. The collapsed deck had been attached to the home's second story. Firefighters say that dry rot may have been a factor in that collapse. Thank you for watching KPIX 5 News this morning.
We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock with Melissa Kane. Enjoy your Saturday.